Hi friends, I'm the kind of person who, if something's bothering me, I would rather just come right out and say it and talk about it and get over it that way. So that's what I'm going to do today. YouTube has been a massive blessing for me, but at times it starts to feel like it's a little bit of a curse as well, as the mood of the internet in general, not just YouTube, begins to feel a lot more negative these days as so much is going on in the world. In the past week, I've just had a whole lot of hate dumped on me, and I don't want to pretend like that it's not happening and like it never happens. I want to be able to talk about it, and I want other people to know that this happens to those of us who choose to have our work online, to share online, and especially to be a YouTube creator. Not all of the hate that I've received recently has come from YouTube, but it has come from the internet. It's so easy for people to be negative towards you on the internet in a way that they would never be towards you face to face. So since the whole pandemic thing happened, my YouTube channel has skyrocketed in views and I'm getting more subscribers all the time. And I've put a lot of effort into my YouTube channel this year because I know that it was helping a lot of people, and I know that a lot of people look forward to my emails and my videos and all the things that I do as a positive influence in their lives, which is one of the main reasons that I do what I do. But unfortunately, along with the extra attention that my YouTube channel has been getting, and that in general I've been getting online, the negativity has also increased. This negativity comes in a variety of ways, but one example is recently I was accused of something that I didn't do, and what's been happening on YouTube is I'm just getting more and more of those comments that they're not blatantly nasty. They're not, I know that a lot of people get horrible comments about the way they look, the way they speak, about their families, anything that people can attack, they will. For me, it's been more about my videos in general. So I guess if I want to share what's really bothering me is about YouTube, here is the actual scenario. I, as a YouTube creator, or anyone as a YouTube creator, puts a lot of time and effort, and unless you've done this, you've got no idea how much time goes into a single video. So we put in a lot of time and effort, a lot of thought, a lot of planning, and whoever consumes that video by watching it has an experience that is completely free. YouTube creators get paid a little bit from YouTube. In my case, it's a very, very tiny fraction of my actual income that I get from YouTube. I think of it as my pocket money, but I never came to YouTube for the money. I came here to share. So you spend all this time on the videos, you upload them, and lots of people watch them, and it's really great. And lots of people message me and leave me comments and like my videos and share them and say how fantastic they are and they love them. But then there's the handful of people, and increasing to more than a handful these days, that will point out things that were wrong with the video, in their opinion. They will point out things that you didn't do rather than looking at what you did do. It's comments like, you really should have Spanish subtitles. Oh boy, I get this all the time. Subtitles cost a fortune. My YouTube income would not even cover the ability for me to have subtitles on all of my videos. And if I have Spanish subtitles, then I'm going to get asked for Hindi subtitles, and then I'm going to get asked for Portuguese subtitles, and it'll never end. Yes, I'd love to have subtitles on all my video. Then I could get my videos to more people, but it's not possible at the moment. Then there'll be other sort of sneaky comments like, well, you really didn't help me with this video because you didn't show this, fill in the blank. I think the problem with YouTube is because it's free to the consumer, and YouTube's been around for a long time now, and people have become accustomed to it. They expect good things on YouTube, that if their viewing experience doesn't match exactly what they want, then they feel ripped off. I'm not really sure how you can feel ripped off when you haven't paid for anything, but that is how people seem to feel about it. All you've done is you've spent a little bit of time watching a video. You haven't really lost anything. So because it's free content, people have become accustomed to getting things for free. So much is free that there's an expectation that it's going to meet every single one of their needs, even though they don't really give anything in return. So I've heard a lot of people say over the years, a lot of my online creator colleagues especially will say, well, you just need to grow a thicker skin and you need to get used to this negativity and let it just kind of wash over you and not worry about it. And I've thought about this a lot. I've thought about the sort of person that I am, and yes, do I just need to grow a thicker skin? Do I need to be tougher? I've thought about this so much, and the conclusion that I've come to is that's not the sort of person that I want to be. If anything, I want to be more gentle, more kind, more giving, all of those good things. What happens if I grow a thick skin? Do I become a little bit colder inside? Do I disassociate myself from my emotions and therefore not have the same connections with people that I have been able to form through my videos? And then if I become more like that sort of person, am I actually becoming more like the kind of people who are leaving me negative comments? What does that do? The cycle, where does the cycle end? So the online creator becomes a colder, nastier, more calculating kind of person. They become more like the person who's leaving them the negative comments. And then it just cycles around and around. And where is the benefit in that? If that's the sort of person that I have to become in order to be able to deal effectively with being an online creator, then I don't want it. I don't want that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to come across as that in my videos. I want to be positive. I want to be uplifting. And if I can't do those, then I don't want to be here. And I think also that the message that is coming across is if you are not tough and you don't have that thick skin, then there's no place for you on the internet. That you should just be one of those quiet people who doesn't come on here and shares things like this. And that you need to be a very particular sort of person in order to do that all the time. And I think that's kind of tragic because there's so many people, so many different types of people out there, and so many of us have something to contribute, and so many of us just want to share. And we want to share ourselves as we really are, and also our ideals of who we want to be. Not have to transform into this online persona because of the way that a handful of people react. And this is such a trend on social media and YouTube that the message that is coming across is that you're not good enough. People will pick things apart. There are so many, think about what you see on Instagram, all of the beautifully curated and set up photographs and all of the young, beautiful women taking photos of themselves in bikinis. What's it all about? It's about perfection. It's about perceived perfection, because there is no actual perfection in this world. And that leaves a complete imbalance because you have some people wanting perfection and expecting perfection, and other people thinking, I'm not going to do this thing because if I do, people will criticize me and tell me that it's not good enough. And so maybe people are becoming more afraid to share, which then, to me, means that there is less actual beauty, actual creativity and actual goodness being shared about on the internet. And God knows how much we need it to counteract all of the muck and filth that is out there and all of the hate and negativity. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to say when I came to do this video today. It's been a really strange time being in stage 4 lockdown in Melbourne. I'm sure wherever you are in the world, you've probably heard all about the lockdown restrictions in Melbourne, the curfews. and all the rest of it, not being able to go very far from our homes. And it basically feels like house arrest with some time outside for exercise occasionally. So it's a strange time, and yes, a lot of emotions going around, a lot of thoughts. But as I said, I like to talk about things. It's helpful to me, and it may be helpful to others as well. And that brings me back to the point of why I'm actually here on YouTube, is to be helpful, to be inspiring, and to share. And I really hope that I can just continue to do that and continue to be myself. And if people are negative, I want to have the attitude of, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that you didn't find my video good enough for your needs. And if that's the case, I hope that you find it somewhere else. Or if you didn't find my video good enough, then I invite you to make your own videos and make them better than mine. Go for your life. I'm sure you can make videos better than mine. I'm just someone who started all of this because I wanted to share something that I was passionate about and help other people to learn more about that passion as well. You know, someone left me a comment on my online weaving school today that is exactly the sort of comment that I love to get. And it said something about a class that she'd just taken. It was a beginner's class, and how much she enjoyed it and how much she learned. But then she said that she really loved the atmosphere of the class, and she felt like she'd been invited to my home for to have a cuppa and to share what I was doing with her. That's a great comment. That's exactly what I want. It's what I want for my classes. It's what I want for my YouTube videos. I want you to feel like you're here with me. If that doesn't come off as professional enough or as good enough for some people, then maybe I'm not the right person to be sharing with you, and that's okay. So enough about me and about my thoughts and my issues. How are you doing? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. What's happening in your part of the world? How are you feeling? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling sad? Are you feeling hopeful? I'm feeling hopeful. I'm always hopeful. Even on the days when life is hard and lots of negative things are happening, I still feel hopeful. And I hope you do too.